Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
Please come in, Stephen.
All right, Mr. Green.
Have a seat over there. How are things going out in the office?
Pretty well. Everyone is working hard.
But our business has been going down sharply the couple of months and we have to reduce some staff.
You mean I'm among the people who have to go?
I'm afraid so.
Did I do something wrong?
You're the sales manager, but our sales didn't go up.
But you know I've been working very hard. And I have a family to support.
I feel sorry, but that's the decision of the directorate.
Tell me about yourself and your past experience.
I have worked as an executive secretary for 5 years, first for trading companies, and now I am working for a trust company. I interact well with peers, clients, administrators and bosses. I thrive on challenge and work well in high-stress environments.
How are your typing and shorthand skills?
I can type 100 Chinese words a minute and take dictation in English at 150 words a minute.
Can you operate computers skillfully?
Yes, I can. I have received some special training in computers. Besides, I am good at operating common office machines, such as fax machines and duplicating machines.
Sometimes we are very busy and need to work overtime. How do you feel about that?
That's all right. But could you tell me how often and how many hours I should work overtime?
It just depends. If we have important visiting delegations, you have to stay with us. It's not unusual.
Mr. Smith, I'd like to ask you a question.
Okay, please.
What specific duties would I perform if I am hired?
Nothing different from a secretary's common responsibilities. However, you know, our company is an international trade-oriented company. Can you handle English papers and write English correspondence?
Yes. I specialized in English secretary studies at college, and that's one of the main parts of my present job.
What are your salary expectations?
I really need more information about the job before we start to discuss salary. Maybe you could tell me what is budgeted for the position.
The starting monthly salary would be 2,000 yen, with rises after the half year according to your competence.
I think it's acceptable and I really like the job. And when can I know the decision?
We'll inform you of our final decision by early July. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you for the time.
Since China was open to the outside world, its trade forms have become much more flexible. One of these commonly used forms is co-production. Would you please do a bit explanation of it, Mr. Walker?
Well, under this arrangement, two parties cooperate to manufacture a product or a category of products, for example, machine tools for export. Each party produces and supplies a part of the components and parts. One party is a Chinese enterprise, the other, an overseas firm. Most probably, the foreign counterpart contributes technology and equipment, and sometimes, parts and components, while the Chinese enterprise's factory building, labor and other resources to the cooperative production. They join hands and fulfill orders together by an agreement or a contract.
I suppose that the assembling of these components and parts, particularly the marketing of the finished products, should take place in China.
Not necessarily. It depends on the contract stipulations. They may be marketed in the foreign country where the other party is located, or even in a third country.
I think the principle of co-production is to expand export trade. It's a reciprocal business, isn't it?
Yes, you are right. Either party is not well equipped to produce the final products single-handedly, but they can enter into an agreement. In such case, each side contributes different resources to make the manufacture of a certain product or a category of products possible. Could you project what you would like to be doing 5 years from now?
As I have some administrative experience from my last job, I may use my organizational and planning skills in the future.
How do you plan to accomplish this?
By doing everything necessary and for further study.
How long would you like to stay with this company?
How long I will stay with the company depends on whether the company and I are satisfied with each other.
What do you think of this industry's outlook in 5 years?
I do believe this industry will be developed rapidly in 5 years' time.
Solomon, I thought we had agreed to change this deadline.
I wanted to talk to you about that, Mr. Eng. Mr. Emery would prefer to keep the deadline as is. We can start earlier if you'd like.
I'll have to think about that, Ms. Solomon.
Certainly, sir. We can wait another day or two. The James's file, Christine?
I had it right here a minute ago, Mr. Emery. Just a minute.
Christine. I know you're new here and there's a lot to learn, but you are going to have to learn to keep your work in better order. We can't afford to lose an important document.
Yes, sir. I apologize for that. Here's the file you were looking for, Mr. Emery.
What do you want to know about me?
How about your academic records at college?
The average grade of all my courses is above 85.
In which subject did you get the highest marks?
In mathematics, I got a 98.
Have you received any scholarships?
Yes, I have, and 3 times in total.
Have you been a class leader?
I have been a class commissary in charge of studies for 2 years.
Did you join in any club activities?
I was an aerobics team member in college.
What sport are you good at?
I am good at sprint and table tennis.
You are excellent.
Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.